like with Listerine, it's fucking awesome.
I've never even thought of that.
Fresh.
I don't even know what that is.
Very nice.
Sounds like some fucking Dr. Fauci shit. I don't know what Listerine is or water flossing.
Soup. If you flossed for the first time in like 7 years, you'd probably find like an entire cheeseburger.
Like a whole shrimp shit out of your tooth.
Like a whole ribeye coming out of there.
Food stuck in my teeth though.
Like a family of four comes
Like anytime I get food stuck in my teeth, I just pull it out with my fingernail.
But see, that's what you think. But there's a lot in there. There's
and also
I
just brush
between them.
I brush till I bleed. I'm one of those guys.
That's also bad.
I'm a bleeder.
Have gum cancer.
You bleed every day.
I bleed just about every 2 times a day.
And I just start bleeding everywhere.
Shit.
When you wipe your ass.
Oh, I wipe till I bleed too.
Is it the same principle?
Yeah, dude.
Nice.
But I use zero ply toilet paper, so it's a little weird. I just start bleeding on my hand.
Zero ply?
Yeah.
Zero ply.
Yeah, you
yeah.
You guys know those dissolvable like mint strips, the mouth freshening strips?
Yeah,
I
yeah,
fucking hate those, dude. I fucking
You wipe
hate
your ass
those.
with that type thing?
Yeah,
Oh,
just
dude, you can
dissolves.
just leave that on. Just
Soaks up.
Stick it on and head out. You're all
That's what
done.
makes it smells
Like a
minty
urinal
fresh.
cake.
Oh,
An asshole cake.
Have you guys ever smelled a good urinal cake?
Oh,
Because I feel like
eaten 'em.
every time I sniff one, it just smells like piss.
I don't know,
why are
man.
you sniffing them?
Yeah. Are you sniffing the
I
public
thought that's what you're
ones?
supposed to do. Yeah, I
ever
don't
felt
have a
one?
private one.
I've never felt one. They look like
private
something.
cake.
They look like they would just crumble. Like you could just.
They look like
squeeze it
hockey
and crumble.
pucks.
Throw it in a
Yes.
frying pan.
Yeah,
Flip it
dude.
over a couple
Make a little
times.
hamburger.
A little
Delicious.
pancake
Sous vide
with
that
it.
puppy. Throw it on 900 Fahrenheit. Sear it a little bit.
Yeah. French with an induction oven, and then fucking flambe it.
But no,
Anyways.
Soup. I have not smelt a good urinal cake. They always
Okay.
smell like piss and dick.
Smells like piss. It smells like piss with a hint of something that
Gooch.
never smells that good. Yeah, a little hint of gooch.
Is there gooch deodorant? Is that a thing?
Yeah, they got ball
Normal
deodorant. Manscaped
Normal
has
deodorant.
ball deodorant.
Yeah.
Have you tried it?
Yeah, I like it.
Have I told you guys about when I put actual deodorant on my balls?
How'd that
No.
go?
Did you?
Oh, I did. I felt like I was gonna cry. It was like icy hot, but it was just hot all
Oh,
the time.
yo.
It was
Really? Huh.
the worst. It was the worst pain. I was
I've done
like,
that before.
you know,
It's not fun.
I'm just gonna try. It was at a hockey tournament, and we had 2 games, and I was like, why would I shower when I'm just gonna go play hockey again later? So I just opened it up, put a little like strip on each side, and it was fine at first. And then I sat there, and we were just sitting in a hotel room. I think we were watching Don't Mess with a Zohan or some random ass fucking movie like that. And I was just chilling, and I'm like, it started to heat up a little bit, and I was like, fuck, I gotta go wipe it off. But it was too late. By the time I got to the bathroom, dude, it literally just felt like some guy with a blowtorch just sitting there going to town on my nuts.
That
Just, like,
sounds pretty nice though.
Arc welding them to my leg. It was
Do you shave
the
your nuts?
worst pain. I shave my nuts right to the
Yeah,
brim.
that's
Really?
yeah,
Dang.
it's to the brim.
Them little
To
micro
the brim, right to the
cuts.
ass. Dude,
Yeah,
no,
I let
right,
mine
right.
grow out like a Bin Laden beard. Crazy down there.
Got mud
Sometimes I like to
chops.
braid my pubes and then shave them off, like a Viking funeral or something.
That's pretty cool.
Burn them on fire, Viking
Yeah.
funeral.
To Valhalla with my pubes.
Yeah,
Wait,
no,
do you shave?
I feel like dude is clean.
My balls, yes.
Really? Oh.
My dick, no. Just my balls.
Why would you need to shave your
Yeah.
dick? You got a
Hey,
hairy
shave your
rod.
dick tip?
Very shat. Dude,
all the way
hey,
to the
man.
tip?
Blarg, dude,
What?
that is a thing. That is a true phenomenon. Like a lot of dudes ask people in real life. From now on, every time you meet somebody, be like, "Is your shaft hairy?" And you will get
What?
you will get a surprising
I will
amount
get
of
punched
people
in the
that
face.
say up a
I
third.
am about.
A third
Dude,
of the dick is
it-
hairy.
Is that like a third of a dick? That's a
Third
lot
of
of
the
dick.
We're gonna start
That's how it
asking
is,
random
bro.
people that.
Well, a third
depends
of
on
my
the dick.
dick is not very much.
Dude, it's gonna look like that like electric post at the end of your lawn. They
Yeah.
don't really get the weed whacker
Yep,
around. Like,
exactly.
It's gonna look like that.
Exactly.
That's
Yep.
insane. I can't believe I'm looking up hairy dicks right now.
I can't.
Hairy dick shaft.
Sounds like an
Is it
accountant.
like a syndrome or is it just like a thing?
Harry
I think it's
Dixon.
normal. I think it's normal. I have 2 friends, very close friends, who when I made fun of, like, I was like, imagine if my dick was or your dick was hairy, that would suck. And they were like, yours isn't.
Yeah,
So-
I mean, dude,
my
it can't
God.
be that. It's not that weird. I feel
no,
like.
this guy's is like at least 2/3 of his hog. Well, okay, I was gonna say editor might be able to see cocks through my fucking picture, but my head's covering it. Oh!
I mean, think about
I found strong
monkeys,
images I'm
dude.
not looking
Monkeys
at
got
anymore.
big old hairy ding dongs.
They don't have big ones. Monkeys actually have
Some
like
of 'em
weirdly
can.
proportionately small
Little
dicks.
small, little thin, like little
Yeah.
Twizzlers.
You ever seen
Yeah.
a big one though?
No, I haven't. I'm
You
not
gotta
super familiar
search.
with Monkey's game like that.
Go ahead and look
You
it
gotta,
up.
you gotta search.
I've already,
harder.
dude. I've already done it. I don't need to look at more hairy little dicks today. I just looked at a bunch, and then that guy had like an inflamed one. It was,
What do you
like,
guys think
hairy and
about
inflamed.
women with armpit hair?
Do your thing, I guess. I mean, not for me, but hey, I'm not gonna judge. I got hairy armpits.
What is women with armpit hair? Do you like women with armpit hair, Soup?
I prefer it.
Soup, I think you're just into chimps. Like, I think you just really want a chimp girlfriend.
You're not a real woman unless you got that fucking megalodon bush and armpit hair and leg hair.
And you pick shit out of your butt and throw it around.
Megalodon bush.
You
Megalodons have hair.
I was gonna say, of all the animals, you pick a hairless animal.
I didn't even know a megalodon was an animal. I thought it was a
It's a-
term.
It's a shark. It's like an ancient
Yeah.
shark.
Nah, I know what it is. I'm just being for fun.
Okay, that's valid.
What?
Are you just from the bottle?
Huh?
Is that blackened?
Yeah, it is.
Metallica,
Oh no.
is it
Is
good?
it good?
It's pretty
Why don't you give us
strong.
another test sip for us.
It's pretty strong. I think they have different blends or whatever. I think they do like the real artsy thing where they put it in the barrels and then they play Metallica's music while it's aging in the barrels. I'm pretty sure that's what they do.
Like to get a plant to grow better or something?
Well, you
Yeah,
know,
you-
like
Yeah.
you know
I've
how
heard of
some like whiskey companies get real artsy with their whiskey.
that. Sommeliers.
What is that?
I mean,
Somali pirates?
Sommelier?
Sommeliers
It's
like a
like-
wine
Yeah,
guy.
it's a wine expert, like where they like that you can hand it to them and they'll be like, oh yeah, you know,
Dirt.
3 cockroaches peed in this
Yeah,
wine.
exactly. Dirt.
Like they know
notes
what's
of
going
dirt.
on.
You know,
Yeah,
there
I
was
know.
there was a job in medieval times. I can't remember the title for it, but it was a job in medieval times where they would have these guys go around to different taverns and taste the beer that they were brewing and the food and stuff. And I'm like, that is not a
Genius.
fucking
Sounds
job.
like
Sounds
just
like a
like a
Guy
food
Fieri's
critic.
job.
Yeah.
Health inspector.
Yeah, health
Yeah, it wasn't.
inspector, food critic.
I need to figure out the name because it had a pretty goofy name. I feel like it was called.
I feel like what's the point
What?
of an,
She's
a
a-
health
oh
inspector
my
back then? Because, like,
God.
everybody was always diarrheaing anyway.
Yeah.
Like, what is?
Yeah, they
What
didn't
is health
discover
inspector?
germs until.
Well, that's
like,
what I mean.
1800s.
I was like,
Yeah.
dude, that's not a real job. They're just going around getting free shit. Like, who
Fuck
who
this
was
game.
checking credentials back then?
Yeah.
Back
Who's
in medieval
paying?
times, it's like, oh, I'm here to taste the beer and food to make sure
That's
it's
like
healthy.
my,
here's my
Come
card.
in.
Yeah.
Do you guys have any members of your family that go to Costco to eat?
No.
Not really, no.
That's sick though.
Dude,
I've had a hot dog from there, but that's it. I didn't know there was actually
There's,
like
like,
food to eat.
Dude, Costco's
Samples?
pizza's
Like the
actually
little
really good.
samples. There's like little tiny
Oh yeah,
samples you
yeah,
can pick
yeah,
up.
yeah, okay.
Oh, yeah.
That's the best part.
Yeah, I got an uncle named Jack, who is currently recovering from a stroke, and he
Jack lore.
Dude, Jack's fucking awesome. Jack is a legend. He's the funniest person in the whole family, and he just ate for years just going to Costco, just eating
Really?
samples.
Just
Yeah.
actually just eats Costco samples.
Is that
and
what
goes,
caused
Bro,
the
is
stroke,
a-
or was that unrelated?
There might be a link. I don't know, but dude is an absolute legend though, for sure.
Dude, that's kind of big brain. Cause what is it like? $150 a year for a Costco membership or something? That's like that's your
Exactly.
food for a year covered.
Don't people really
150 bucks.
rave over their hot dogs, right? That's what I've heard a lot
Yeah,
about.
$1.50.
I've only
I mean,
been to like a
they're like-
Sam's Club. I've never been to a
They're like
Costco.
$1.50.
Yeah.
$1.50
And
and a soda.
The old,
Free
the
refills.
old CEO told like as Costco became more corporate, the old owner or CEO was like, "I will kill you personally if you raise the cost of this hot dog. Like I will murder you."
That just sounds like a good CEO to me.
Yeah.
You, know, you gotta
Yeah.
threaten. You gotta
Amen.
threaten your workers.
Yeah.
That's what I do. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can,
I mean,
uh,
like,
It's the same
Go
thing
ahead,
with
man.
rotisserie chickens, too. They're only $5.
Yeah.
really? A
Everywhere
whole
el-
chicken?
Yeah, a whole rotisserie
Damn,
chicken
that's
for
actually,
$5.
that's
Love
actually
Costco.
pretty damn good.
Yeah.
I was
Free
gonna say, like a
protein
hot
at
dog
Costco.
at a dollar like 50 or whatever it is. They still have to be profiting. Like, what does
They're
a
not.
hot dog cost to make? Like
They're-
9
they-
cents?
They've came out and said that they
Bro,
do
it-
not profit. Well, you get a
It's like-
it's a soda. You get a
for
soda
the
too.
beer.
But that's kind of bullshit though, because anyone going into Costco is gonna end up buying other shit.
yeah, and,
So
you
they're-
and
Well,
everybody has
except
to
for
pay
Jack.
$50
Jack
a month to be
doesn't.
able to go too. So
And because of it, we're literally talking about it on this podcast.
Exactly.
That has
No!
nothing to do with Costco.
they're getting free promotion now. All the
It
fucking
worked.
kids that listen to us are like free hot dog.
Burn down your local Costco.
$1.50 glizzy, $1.50 glizzy, $1.50.
Goons meet
That's
up at
definitely
Costco hot dog
food.
section. Hot dog?
$1.50 hot dog. Hot dog.
I mean,
hot dogs.
I fucking love hot dogs, dude.
And
I
a
love
whole
hot
coconut.
dogs.
Like a
Sausage
whole coconut.
dogs.
Retard
Soup
food.
did not beat the allegations.
With what?
You like the hot
What
dog.
allegations? What?
I don't think he was attempting to.
What allegations
lost
am I
there.
trying
What
to beat? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm out of it.
The big old silly goose allegations. There's gonna be enough censors already. There's gonna be enough censors over that.
Oh, that's fine. I like hot dogs. They can censor me.
Yeah, I do like hot dogs
No,
too.
not the hot dog part. I meant the. Okay.
I'm not afraid to say it. Shit.
Editor,
I like how fucking-
censor the word hot dog. Leave that other one alone, though. Leave.
That would be
Censor hot
so
dog.
fucking funny.
Hot.
It's Morse
This
code, and then in
podcast is gonna
between
sound
there
like a
just
fucking
slurs.
checkout line.
Speaking of checkout lines, you guys ever steal stuff?
Throws a fed. Puts a fed.
Yeah.
brought a
Dude,
narc
I
in this
fucking knew I
podcast.
recognize that damn mustache. Dude. You're a fucking cop, dude.
Nobody
Where's
grows
his
it.
stab
There's
vest?
PI.
3 people that grow a mustache like this, and one of
Yeah,
them.
no one's selling Oompa weed, dude. That's not happening.
Hey guys,
Hey guys, I got $50 for a gram. Anybody got one? Everyone just fucking running away.
Pills at? Anybody got pills?
I'm looking for some
pillhead
party
myself.
favors.
hey guys, I'm pretty cool.
I'm hip with the crowd.
I'm only
Is
24.
that saying you steal? Do you steal from the checkout lines?
Not on purpose.
Okay.
Oh, you
But I
mean like the
feel like-
self-checkout.
Dude,
So now
yeah,
you're
that's
trying
what
to
I mean,
relate
yeah.
to us. The Fed's trying to relate to us.
I
Not on
feel-
It
purpose.
happens
I
to
would never steal
everyone.
on purpose.
I feel like if they didn't want you to steal, they'd hire somebody for that job.
I think
They
that
actually,
Walmart just changed that
Did they?
because they've
What, do
just
they hire a guy?
they've just been losing so much money on self-checkout. I think that only 2 people are
Oh,
allowed,
yeah,
and then
Walmart's
there's
insane.
one person that sits there and watches you, which is like, just put another fucking regular cashier there. Like, why you're
Yeah, just
paying
put a normal
somebody to sit
cashier.
there and watch people self-checkout? Just make that
weird.
person a cashier. Stupid.
Yeah,
What are
we
y'all doing?
I have a grocery store by me, and there's a guy whose job is to do that, like to basically make sure everyone's doing the self checkout thing, and he sits there, just
TikTok. all
No,
day.
they exposed
Don't give a
it.
fuck.
does not
Yeah.
look up once. I
I
could
was in-
literally, I could
yeah.
just push a cart right by him that I just walk right by the self checkout, and he'd go, "Have a good day." Wouldn't even look up from his phone.
Yeah, anytime I've done self-checkout, like I was in Lowe's the other day and I was just buying some batteries. And they had like some decrepit old fucking skeleton woman at the self-checkout. And it's like, dude, I could uppercut this bitch and be in Idaho before they would even know what was going
over
on.
like
Or a couple of
$3 of
2x4s.
things. Just
Yeah, like, what's she
Try to
gonna
stop
do?
you? You push her for
Sonny,
no
you
reason.
stealing anything? Just I'm just out of there, dude.
one pack of screws.
Let me
is
check that
deepest in
receipt.
the day.
One paintbrush.
Check this, bitch.
Stupid old bitch. Fuck you.
My receipt? Why don't you look at my ding dong?
And you pull it out.
It's like a Duke Nukem line.
My receipt. Check out this cock.
Oh fuck! But I've actually done the opposite on the.
The old woman pulled her ding
Baloney.
dong out on you.
Yeah, I
the
pulled
shit
her
out of
You're
her.
stealing, huh?
Yeah,
Got the dick
I pulled her
punishment.
pants down. Let me see what you're working with. No, I double scanned a steak and I was really fucking sad about it. I was looking at my own receipt. I was like, I'm always paranoid that I'm gonna fuck something up because with big stores, like, you know, if you steal enough, they will actually keep tabs on who's
yeah.
stealing, and once you
Yeah.
get over X amount where it actually becomes like felony theft, they will then pursue it and like have the police and stuff like that and save all the footage. So I'm always like paranoid. I'm like, bro, what if I steal like
Like
a $3
15
can
years
of
from now,
soda
you
that I'm
finally
not-
accrued
yeah,
up to
like,
$900.
like
Exactly.
I just walk out with one soda, not paying attention. They just start breaking my fucking kneecaps.
It's
But,
it's like a social credit.
Yeah.
Kind of like
Yeah,
Walmart has their
it really
own
is.
private
social credit.
See, what I do is I don't directly steal. I will take things that are grossly overpriced, like broccolini,
Okay.
for example, and
Yeah.
I will check it out as broccoli,
Okay.
which is 1/10 of the price. And you
Yeah.
say, oh, I didn't know. I thought it was
I don't
the
know.
same thing.
I mean, yeah, the
So
name
you
is
plead
almost the exact same.
you plead ignorance is what you go
Exactly. I
for.
put it or check
No!
out Dr. Pepper. Wait, it's only things you can write in, I guess, right? Like it's
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
But don't do that. Don't steal. It's wrong.
You can steal a little.
Just kidding.
Yeah, just a little bit. Whatever the
Steal-
felony amount is
Yeah.
for your state.
Like a
right up
water
until
bottle.
that.
Yeah.
I feel
Just
like
get
it's
up
usually
to the
like
felony,
Stop
like
at
right
like
below.
999, maybe even
Yeah.
99
Exactly.
cents if you feel like pushing it, and just
Yeah.
wave at them on your way out. They're not gonna get
And then
you.
just start going to
They're not gonna
Target
get you.
instead.
Yeah, exactly. Just mix it up.
Yeah, change your stores.
Real.
Yeah, they don't share their social credit.
I imagine they want separate social credit systems.
Oh, for sure, yeah. Most definitely. Yeah, I've never stolen on purpose. I did steal a bottle of like body spray or whatever, cologne or whatever from Abercrombie whenever I was a kid, and I felt really bad. And I went back in the store and told them, and they were like, "Oh, you're fine. Like we weren't gonna like fuck you up or nothing."
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
I was like, "Well, that's good to know, but I still feel bad."
Yeah, that's all this is just a big bit. I don't steal anything.
I got
Once again, playing
traumatized.
the Fed part here.
I got traumatized of stealing as a child.
Yeah, I
I
feel
went to.
bad.
Do you guys remember like Scholastic? Like they had like book
Yeah.
fairs and they'd come
Oh,
to your
yeah.
school.
Oh yeah.
There was an
Yeah.
actual store in the city I lived in, and my mom took me there. And there was like I was obsessed with dinosaurs because like what kid isn't obsessed with dinosaurs? And they had these like a bunch of little ones, and they were super detailed, but they were small, so it was cool. I could like actually play with them. I was like, these are go fucking hard. And I asked my mom to buy me some, and she said no. So I just grabbed a bunch of them, like way more than I should. I got greedy. I just shoved them in my pockets, and to a point where like it was blatantly obvious. So my mom told the cashier that I was stealing.
That is so funny.
And the cashier. So when I was walking out, cashier, whatever, have a good day. And then she looks and like tried to make it obvious she was looking at me and went like this and just picked up whatever the phone with the big old cord back in the day and like pretended to dial, didn't dial anything. Then we're getting in the car. My mom's just like, "Oh, that's weird. I hear police sirens. Somebody must have stolen something." She's like, "Oh, that's tough. They're gonna go to jail. It's gonna be a whole problem." And I was sitting there in the back seat,
Just shitting yourself.
fucking freaking out. She's like, "Yeah,
awesome.
no, those sirens are getting closer. They're almost at whoever they're getting." And I was crying at that point. I was like, "Mom, I took dinosaurs." And my mom's like, "Yeah, I know. Let's go put them back inside." So she made me like empty my pockets in front of the cashier and
Tases
fucking
you in front of the cashier.
It was
Yeah,
so
uppercuts the fuck out of you.
Yeah. Pulls out her ding dong in front of
pulls
you.
out her dick. Yeah, it was like a whole thing. Yeah, since then,
Aw,
no theft ever.
look at that little dog.
What
What's
that
that little
dog
bro
saying?
What the
This
dog
little
doing?
bro.
But a
Who wants to
dog.
talk on the podcast?
But a dog.
I can get off.
I got some
You have
shit
two
to
of them,
say.
don't you?
Dog with the butt. Yeah, I got 2 dogs. Look at this one. She's fat.
The shape
It's
is
a huge
crazy.
bitch.
a fine specimen.
shaped
She
like
looks like
Wendy
a Men
Williams.
in Black alien.
Yeah, exactly. Those little cockroach
Oh
things.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
little Tasmanian devil ass
This
dog.
is the other one.
No way.
Oh,
Those are the ones you brought to my house, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Dude, pugs are just so goofy looking. I fucking love them.
It looked like you just like set your dog down in like tanning solution and then pick it back up.
air fried him for a little bit.
just dipped them in some barbecue sauce and just pulled them back up.
Yeah. They're both so good though. I love them. I don't like. I didn't really think I liked small dogs or pugs, but those 2 dogs have really changed my mind. I love small dogs. They're amazing.
It depends. If they are trained well, like a lot of people just inherently blame small
Yeah.
dogs for being yappy, but a lot of the time it's because their
Yeah.
owner is so dismissive
Exactly.
of bad behavior.
Like Walter Jeffrey.
Exactly.
You guys know who that is?
No.
No.
Oh my God.
What did you wait?
Walter Jeffrey. How do I spell this last name? I think it's like
Probably
Geoffrey.
like Jeffrey. Oh,
It's a Frenchie.
Oh, one of those guys.
It's a Frenchie. And
Oh,
dude,
no.
oh my God, go to this Instagram page. I'm gonna put it in Cansa for y'all.
He's an Instagram guy.
He's a famous Instagram dog, and I think I've talked about this before. I don't know if I talked.
I've
Maybe
seen
I
this
talked
guy.
about this on General Sam's podcast. But you know, he's like one of those dogs.
Chet?
Dogs is so loud. He's like, "Hi-ya!
Oh yeah.
I've seen this little
Doesn't
guy.
ever bark, just like yodels.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude,
Dude.
I love French bulldogs.
I love the comments on those videos because normally any comments on a dog video or post is like, "Oh, this thing's so sweet. I love it. I want to cherish it and
Dude.
give it a home." The comments are like, "Kill it. Kill this thing. Put it down. I want to see this dog die." Like,
It's begging to die.
like,
It's
you are
crying
an
for help.
inconsiderate owner. Kill this dog now. Like,
There's,
Dude, I just clicked on a random Instagram video, unmuted it. Is this a dog ripping a fat beefer on the sidewalk? Oh my god, that guy shitted. That's insane.
Have you seen that video of
That's
that
a cool
big
guy.
fat bulldog that is trying to get up on the couch and like halfway through just rips a huge fart?
I'd like to see that.
he's just like me.
Dude, Walter
I
hates
might be able to find it. Let me
Mondays.
see.
Seems like Walter hates Mondays.
He probably does. Walter Jeffrey.
Oh, yeah.
Go check him out, people listening. You're gonna get a kick out of that one.
Literally right here. Here, watch this video. This shit is, dude. The dog farts so fucking loud. It literally sounds like a human fart.
My Frankie does that. She sneezes. She goes. "Ats." And she fucking rips a damn human fart.
Oh,
Dude, if my dog farted like that,
dude.
He like,
Dude.
dude, that
Hot
guy,
box the whole house.
he like paused to let it out.
yeah.
He's like trying to get up on
You
the
need a
couch.
little-
Like, wait a second. I got something.
I got a speed boost. Hold on.
Yeah, he was trying to propel himself.
They should wear a diaper when they do that because some poop flies out for sure.
Oh, yeah.
You can have a little bit of.
That's why you get a rug so they can slide their ass on it and wipe it on the rug.
Get a good white shag rug.
Yeah.
Oh.
Do your
Frankie,
pugs
leave
ever
alone.
do that? Your pugs ever just scrape
No,
their
they're-
ass?
They're not shaped right. I don't think. I don't think they can.
Yeah. They need to have
Yeah,
enough like reach in their front.
Yeah,
They can't.
exactly. They're just they lick each other just from end to end. They don't need to do anything else. They love licking each other.
That's hot.
Yeah, like their whole bodies for hours.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
really
that's
hot.
crazy.
That's why I couldn't have two pugs, dude. I'd just be jerking off over them all
Licking their
the whole
bodies for hours.
time. Filming them licking themselves, just beating it all the time.
You're not even beating till while they're doing it.
I
You're just
get-
beating off to the video.
It's so annoying too. They just fucking
Oh.
lick for hours.
You're like a little dog bath cuck. Little weirdo.
Drinking Metallica.
God,
Blackened.
I wish I was a fucking pug right now, dude. I'd be licking my shit.
You guys are so lucky. Holy shit.
I would actually probably choose to be a pug if I could pick a dog. Because I
Why?
feel like
Really?
it's, I
You
feel
would
like
die
it's
early.
like, that's fine.
That's
I
a
feel like it's
benefit.
like cute and endearing to just be a little fucking weirdo when you're
Just
a
like a
pug. But
dummy.
like
Goblin.
a golden retriever, if you like shit all over yourself and then roll around in a bush, everyone's like, this dog is fucking stupid. I wanted like
Yeah.
a majestic golden retriever, but a pug, it's
Yeah.
like
You
yeah, look at
expect
that
a
little,
pug to be
look at that little
stupid.
idiot. Yeah, you're like, look at that little dumbass, little sausage
Yeah,
roll of
'cause-
shit on his ass.
Because like one of the important point I think there is that like you can't convey happiness when you're a dog really, aside from just you can't say like I'm
Wiggle
so
around.
grateful for how noble I'm treated and how
you
much
shit and
respect
roll
I
around in
get.
it?
So you just be a fat idiot, and then people will just love you. You do the bare minimum, and then you get more love.
They really got it
Seems like-
fucking easy being a dog, man.
Yeah, they do, especially these ugly fuckers.
You know what
Yeah, I don't-
commercials I'm fucking tired of seeing?
What's
Is
that?
the farmer's dog commercials. Do y'all get those?
What was
I
that?
don't think
It's
so.
like no living being deserves to eat processed food for every meal, and it's like a sad dog eating like kibble. You guys don't see
I
those?
don't
I
know,
see
man.
them every
No.
My
day.
old
don't really
dog
watch TV.
deserved to eat like nails and screws. My old dog was an asshole. My
know,
parents
it's-
got it when it was like 8 months old off like the fucking bargain rack, and it was like a 40-pound Shih Tzu. This thing smelt, and it was gross, and it bit people, and it had a toenail that grew out of its rib cage, and it was just nasty.
remember you
It was just
talking
a
about
weird
that.
dog. Yeah, I've talked about that. Where like I told my mom and she didn't believe me. I like he was laying on the ground in front of the stairs, and I went to go step over him. I was like, oh, I don't want to step over. So I pulled him while he was sleeping, and I just heard something like scraping along the hardwood. And I was like,
God.
oh, what is that? Turned him over. I thought he had like crusted shit stuck to him. But I turned him over, and there's just like this little grimy nail just sticking out of his ribs. My mom took him to the vet. They're like, oh, yeah, that's normal. You know, Shih Tzus, there's a lot of inbreeding, so they get some weird stuff. And it just is just.
So did you have to like keep it trimmed?
That explains
they
why I
would-
have a fucking toenail growing
They
out
would
of my
they would
rib
pull it
cage.
off. They would just literally you'd go to the vet, they'd yoink it off, and then in whatever 6 to 8 months it would start to grow back.
weird.
This little
What the fuck,
dingy
dude?
thing. Dude, Shih Tzus are
Yeah, they're gross.
there are some nice ones and there are some very cute ones. My personal Shih Tzu experience, that was hell dog. It was the worst thing ever. Somebody would walk by a window at 8:30 a.m. It would bark till noon. You
That's
just
awesome.
wouldn't
Oh
stop.
yeah.
No,
Dogs
no,
like that.
What was the Shih Tzu movie? Wasn't there like a movie about
Yeah.
it?
There's a movie about it. Ted?
Did you just fart after you said that?
That was my dog breathing.
It's like a dollar store fart machine.
That was my little stupid dog trying its best to
Ted
breathe.
shits pants.
She wanted to go on my lap really bad.
Oh,
Trying to
yeah,
find this
I don't know
movie.
if there's a Shih Tzu movie. I don't know. If
Yeah,
anybody
maybe
ever
not.
had it.
Boring movie.
But yeah, it just kind of sits there and barks and eats a bunch of meat from a can. Goes to bed.
Swear, maybe I'm thinking about a different breed of dog. It was like a chow.
Are you thinking of the?
Really intricate stuff.
You're thinking of Cujo.
Cujo, what
Yeah.
fucking dog is that?
That's
That
Saint
is not a
Bernard.
Shih Tzu.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't know.
I'm pretty sure it's Saint
dog
Bernard.
breeds.
Shih Tzus are like the little gross things with the
That movie's-
underbite.
That movie used to scare me.
Like Shih Tzus look like they need braces.
Yeah, Shih Tzus literally look like they kind of look like a pug and like a poodle mixed together.
No, okay, I had a neighbor who had a Shih Tzu, and they named it Cujo. And this little bit, that's why I'm getting it confused. That little bitch was a mean fucker, dude. I hated that.
Oh yeah,
thing.
they're
perfect name
always
for it,
mean.
then.
Makes
But
sense.
it's weird. Some of them are cute, like with their little underbite, and they just kind of stare at you, and you're like, "Oh, look at that." And other ones are just evil goblins. They
Yeah.
just want to rip your head off. For
That's,
no
I feel
good
like that's
reason.
how a lot
they're-
of small dogs are. They can either just be like the sweetest things ever, or just fucking assholes.
I think one of the main things is like, obviously there's a ton of inbreeding, and then because of that, like they're not taken care of when they're puppies either. Like
True.
when we got our old dog, he was living with like, dude, it was like 20 other dogs, and there was just fucking shit and piss all over the floor. Like the lady that bred them just farmed them.
not
for
give a
cash. She
fuck,
did not.
yeah.
Yeah, she did not give a single shit about it. Like none of them even had names. They were just.
I feel like all I think about is
Shih
just
Tzu
like,
number
a
20.
Chihuahua, just like a straight up ugly ass bug-eyed Chihuahua.
Chihuahuas, bro. Chihuahuas
Yeah.
can be kind of fire. I kind of love Chihuahuas.
It just-
I used to
depends.
get stray dogs all the time.
You did?
What do you mean you used to
Yeah.
get them?
Yeah, what do you?
They would just follow me home. I used to
Dude,
ride
same.
my four-wheeler down
Oh,
like these
yeah.
power lines out in the middle of South Carolina,
Oh,
and there would
man.
just be dogs hanging out around there, and I'd just be like, "What's up, dude?"
This
and then
one.
they would just follow me
You're
back
mine
By
home.
the scruff and drag it.
You are mine. Just grab it like a.
We have this one.
There's clearly
of
somebody
the-
walking with the dog. You're just like, yeah, this is mine now.
There's clearly a collar and a number attached to it, and I just fucking clip it off with bolt cutters.
There's a lot of dogs that are just that don't have homes that are just running around.
Some of the
Yeah.
stray dogs that I would get as a kid were like the best dogs ever. I
Yeah.
fucking love those motherfuckers.
My,
Crazy ass dogs. I love
My
them.
mom has a black. It looks like a Shih Tzu, and his name is
Excuse me?
Jimothy. And it's
No
like
way,
it's a
that's a
little
fire
tiny
name.
black Shih Tzu, and his name is Jim. His real name is Jimmy, but I call him Jimothy.
Yeah, Jim.
And he was just running around with no collar on, and he's like one of my favorite dogs. He's so fucking nice. Such a good
I
little
feel
boy.
like maybe they just like have more appreciation because you give them a good life and food and shit.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, you give them a slice of ham, they're like, "Holy fuck!
Yeah, like, this is
You're my,
this is
you're my
Really?
god.
Where'd you find
Yep.
this?
This isn't 2-week-old pigeon. God damn, this is amazing."
I'm sticking around with Ham Man.
Oh, don't knock 2-week-old pigeon.
This guy's got lunch meat.
Yeah, he's got cold cuts. I'm sticking around this joint, man.
McNasty.
Yeah.
This is more for you because I know you like the fucking dumbass TV shows. Did you watch the TED show? Because a line you said
No, but I
reminded
want
me
to.
of the TED show.
Isn't it
one
on like
line
it's
of
HBO Max, isn't it?
yeah, I think so. The
I
one
don't have
line of like,
HBO Max.
"What do you mean you got him?" reminds me of the fucking the first episode. It caught me off guard. It was decently funny, but there was nothing like.
I think I've seen that clip
Yeah.
before.
Yeah, there's nothing super
like, well,
crazy.
they
and
got
there's
him.
just like, yeah, there's just like he's just like, oh, there's only white kids at your school. It's like, yeah, no, there was one Indian kid, but they got him. It's just like, what do you mean they got him? And then it just moves on.
Yeah.
There's no explanation at all. But just you saying that reminded me of it. So I was curious if you watched it.
I heard that show was really good. I need to watch it.
I watched the first 2 episodes. It's honestly just like, have you seen Million Ways to Die in the West? Any of you?
Yeah.
I have, yeah. It's like that where it's just like Family Guy but live action.
Yeah.
So there's weird like cutaways that make no sense and all sorts of goblin activity. So it's pretty. You'll like it.
Did you ever watch? Did you watch the Orville?
Boy.
The Orville, you
I did
gotta
not.
watch that. If you like the whole Family Guy, like Seth MacFarlane type humor, Orville is fucking hilarious.
Is that the one where the dude smokes a cigarette and he's like, I feel like I've taken a seat for the first time in my life.
Yes. So in the show, they have this thing called a synthesizer, and it's basically just like a microwave, and you can say like, "Give me this," and it'll just create it out of nothing. And then like the weird dudes in the show like ask for a cigarette, and they get all like addicted to it. I don't know. It's
Yeah.
that show's just fucking hilarious.
You could ask for anything, and you ask for a cigarette. Any single cigarette.
There's a reason why. I think they find like a time capsule. There's like a cigarette in there, and then they smoke it, and then they start asking if they. I don't know. You have to watch the show, but yeah, it's
You
very
could,
much.
like, ask the machine to make you a gold bar, and instead
Yeah.
you're like cigarette.
Give me a cigarette.
Yeah.
Very
I
funny
love
show.
cigarettes. You guys like cigarettes?
When I was younger, I
Hell
was
no.
smoking.
I had a small stint.
Little cigarette stint?
Yeah, I had
You
a.
like
I had
nicotine?
yeah.
He has his Zyn pack in.
I actually just took it out. Yeah, no, I smoked cigs for a little while. I learned my lesson.
Yeah,
My dad
cigs are-
taught me.
Your dad caught you. Did he whoop up on you?
Yeah. He threatened to whoop my ass if I smoked another one, and I knew that he meant it. So I stopped. So I stopped. Nah,
That's
he
good.
he was like half joking, but
course.
he was also very stern in
you're
his
fucking
words.
Concerned with your health.
Yeah, he saw me driving down
fair.
the road, fucking smoking a cigarette, and
How old are you?
7.
Driving down the road, 7 years old.
Is that right?
He
I
wasn't
was
mad
still in
about
my
me driving
diapers.
his
Drinking a
truck.
beer, smoking a
I
cigarette.
stole his truck. I was
Record.
hammered. He was only mad about the cigarette.
7 per quarter.
Got into his
I don't remember how old I was. I think I
Couple
was.
road beers.
I was probably 18. I think I was old enough to buy them at the time. I know you have to be 21
really?
now to get
Yeah.
nicotine, which is hilarious that you can go fight for your country, but you can't smoke a cigarette.
Amen.
Pretty ridiculous.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
yeah,
not,
Put it on a lower deck.
Zach Soler.
I am of age now, so yeah.
Yeah, I've had one in my life, and I was like, this is just clearly not for me.
They suck.
I
Yeah,
just-
they're pretty bad.
I just did not enjoy.
Well, the first
any of
time
it.
I ever smoked a cig, I was high as fuck on weed, and I was like, "This is like weed, the DLC."
Yeah,
So,
it's like the
that-
expansion pack.
Yeah, so I really enjoyed it, but they're not
More
that
horse
great.
armor.
They're not
I
great.
feel like I only ever smoked them because I like thought it was cool. You know, I did it in high school. I had a friend that smoked them, and he lived with his grandma. She didn't give a fuck that he smoked, so I was hanging around him, you know, wanting to smoke, and never really like super enjoyed him. But
Were you jealous that he lived with his grandma who just didn't give a fuck?
no, because my
That
mom
is
also
baller.
didn't give a fuck.
I was gonna say, like, I remember growing up, and I had friends whose parents were like that, where they genuinely did not care what their child did.
Yeah,
and
man.
I thought those parents were the coolest fucking parents ever. And then, like, once I was an adult, it's like, dude, they actually fucking sucked. Like, most of
Yeah.
those kids are all on, like crackheads. Like, they're fucking stealing ham from Walmart to pay for drugs. Like,
To
it's
feed
just
stray dogs.
insane. Exactly. Like, it's just insane. Like, I used to be so jealous of those. I'm so glad like. At the time, I was so annoyed that my parents were like, you know, strict. Obviously, having an Arab dad, it was like, you know, home at 9:30
That
p.m.
bomb
when I
vest
a
was
little
on
kid.
very
Yes,
tight. You weren't home
Exactly.
at
I couldn't
9:30,
go far.
blow up.
Yeah, kept my mom on a ball and chain, wouldn't let her out of the house. Yeah, and it was crazy.
Arab curse is
But,
crazy.
Yeah, it shit sucked at the time. Like, 'cause I was jealous that everyone was hanging out at like 11:30 p.m. on a school night, and I was like, fuck, that's sick as hell. And then, yeah, now they all do crack. So I'm glad I'm
get
glad I
shit
had
on,
parents
dude.
like that.
Yeah, my dad, my curfew was always 12 a.m. He was like, nothing good happens after midnight, so you have to be home at 12. And I was
That's
like,
about how mine
That's
were.
reasonable.
Like
Yeah.
on school
You
nights
know,
or
as
like
a,
weekends?
yeah, like, well, just about any
just,
time.
just in general. That's kind of nice.
Yeah.
That's cool, yeah.
And I, looking back, I was kind of like, man, what the fuck, man? He's fucking stupid, man. God
12
damn it.
a.m.
12, that ain't shit,
I know
man.
that
I'll stay
most
up till
kids have to
4
go to
a.m.
bed at,
drinking
like,
Mountain
9.
Dew, man. That ain't nothing.
Fuck, man.
Oh, I didn't have a bedtime. I could I just sit there and go play Xbox till 2 a.m. They didn't give a shit.
Yeah, I never really had a
Yeah.
bedtime necessarily.
Yeah.
But I always went to bed early, just on my own.
Yeah, going to school super tired.
Whatever.
Fucking sucked. I used to do that shit
I
all
was
the time.
homeschooled.
I did it for like oh yeah, you were homeschooled. Were your parents strict with like you being up at a certain time, like treating it like full on like school, or was it just when you get up, let's learn about? That's kind of sick.
Yeah, I was luckily independent enough to just like, they just didn't have to worry about it at all. Like I didn't fail or they didn't have to do
Yeah.
any of my home. Like it was just I did it. I cheated a lot, and like
How do you
know.
cheat in homeschool?
Well, you can't cheat on tests, but like just with homework and shit, I just fucking looked at the index and got figured it out. I learned by like reverse engineering answers for stuff and just like figuring out, finding the answer, and then I know the answer and then I can figure it out from there. It's much easier to
By
figure it
like
out that way.
cheating, you were also learning it though. Like that's a
Yeah,
weird way
yeah,
to
for
cheat.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to do that in summer school.
Yeah.
Like
With
homeschool
your
summer school.
experience of it, would you homeschool your kids if you had kids, or would you put them in an actual school?
That's what I was gonna ask.
I absolutely would. I think that on the whole, it's not a good decision for most people to homeschool their children because it's like
I think it's very situational.
it's extremely situational. I was in a like very difficult private homeschool. Like the curriculum was private and it was in Maryland, so the educational requirements in Maryland were higher than Virginia, and so it was kind of like moving up a little bit in terms of quality of education. And my mom has a background in teaching and like a degree and stuff in agricultural like
Oh, okay, so she knew what she was doing. She wasn't just
Yeah.
some random.
She's an
random guy who's
FFA
like,
girl.
I can do better than that dang on teacher.
yeah, no, it was really just a convenience thing for them because they both worked from like 9 to 9 every day. So it was just like they weren't around, they couldn't pick me up from school, the bus didn't come out to where we lived. It was just easier for us to be homeschooled. So
That makes sense.
Do you feel
Yeah,
like it affected your life in any way, like being homeschooled?
immensely. I think I genuinely am delusional enough to believe that if I put my mind to anything, I absolutely can do it. Like literally, I have
that's
that
kinda
in my
sick.
brain.
Like,
I don't think that that's
flying
necessarily
a
a
great
bad thing,
mentality.
unless you want to jump
Yeah.
off like a
Yeah.
building or something. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the problem now.
I'm gonna fly
It's
today. I'm gonna
double-edged.
fly right now.
Yeah. There's a level of delusion that I have to like deal with in my daily life because it just I don't know. I just feel like it's a good entrepreneurial mindset.
Absolutely.
It definitely instilled a lot more positive qualities in me than negative stuff. Like when I was during the time, I didn't have any friends or like any, everyone was having fun and I felt like I was not. I felt like I was an adult with a job and I was just
Yeah, that's what I was
everyone
gonna
having
ask.
fun.
Like,
Yeah, I was
making
gonna ask
friends
how
would've been tough,
how it
right?
affected your like social life because I feel like
Dude,
that like
non-existent.
yeah that would be like my main concern because I wouldn't want my child to be like socially inept, not be able
Well,
to talk to anyone or anything.
Yeah, it's
Depending
weird
on
that you're
where
not,
you
like-
depending on where you do it though, there's a lot of like groups of
Exactly.
homeschoolers who will hang out all
Absolutely.
together. And it's almost like a private school in that
Right.
instance.
So you
Yeah.
hang out with other socially inept kids.
Right, and you're all just
You guys all sit
retarded
in a room
together.
like just by yourself, just
It's
Crocheting
definitely like
on
Nah,
a
I'm
blanket.
joking, but I'm curious though.
It's like a giant balance because a lot of the homeschool kids I did hang out with were like named Caleb, John, Martin, Luther, like all the just super biblical, ultra, like the world is
Yeah.
6,000 years old type people. And
Yeah.
they told me that, and I was like, wait, it is? That's crazy. And then I told my mom, and she's like, no. And then I never went back. And, it was pretty funny. And my parents, they're not like closed-minded or whatever, but the homeschool groups that we went to were very clearly like they're homeschooling these people from the Bible. Like this isn't like a education.
they don't want
thing.
their kids to be exposed
I
to
feel
non-biblical
bad
stuff
for
in
those
school.
kids. They're gonna be like,
Same.
dude, those are the kids that are gonna like tremble in fear if they walk by
Yes.
somebody who's
Oh, yeah.
trans. Like they're gonna see
Yes.
this a person that they can't
Or just beat the
identify a
shit out
gender
of
of and just freak out. Just go to
Yeah.
it's like. Yeah, I feel like you're just not built for social situations
sheltered.
if you're grown up like that, which
Right.
kind of sucks. I feel like you miss out on a lot of
Absolutely.
a lot of good stuff in life.
And I think the most of my socialization came from going with my dad to work, and my first interactions with people were learning how to do business stuff, and like I would write his checks for him and like do his
What?
invoices and shit. So
That's kind of sick.
it was really cool. I felt like I was fitting in and doing a lot, and then but I missed out on all the parties and fun and all that
Yeah.
stuff.
Eating
And-
crayons and shit.
Yeah, exactly. All
Yeah.
the dumb shit. I missed out on
Worshiping
all
God
the dumb
and eating
shit.
crayons.
making glue gloves. You guys ever do that?
I did do that.
Oh,
yeah, okay.
Jerking off with
Yeah, I
icy
did do
hot
that.
with the boys. and just-
In the woods.
Dunking kid in the toilet. His
Yeah,
head.
dude. For sure, yeah. Did that at my school a lot. Yeah,
you dunked yourself in the toilet. You had to bully yourself.
Fucking
Yeah,
nerd.
sure.
You little
Mom's
bitch.
your bully.
Giving himself a wedgie while dunking his head in. Just,
Yeah, it was cool though. I definitely think that I could. I'd like to take a swing at it, but I think I would be like logical and objective enough to see if it's not going the way that I intend it, and then just
Yeah.
put my child, because at public schools, it's more like if you have good parents and you go to public school, it's not like you're magically going to be ruined or whatever. All the
Yeah.
people
Right.
that I love in this world were all public schooled, so
Yeah.
it's not a
Yeah.
big deal.
Yeah, it's always interesting. I feel like a lot of kids have very different experience with it. One of my friends was homeschooled, and he like literally to this day resents his parents for it. He's like 27, 28 now, and he just hates
shit.
his parents for doing it because he was so awkward. He could not get a job the first whatever. When you turn 16, you start to look for a job. He could not get a
Yeah.
job the first like 3 or 4 years he was looking because he just genuinely didn't know how to interact with people, which is just sad. But
Yeah, it sucks.
he said it's kind of what you said, where he said he wants to try homeschooling his kids, but he said the difference is he's gonna force them to like at least try sports and like extracurricular
Dude, I played
activities.
baseball.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you
yeah, where
have
you're
to-
like
you have
interacting
to
with
do
kids
some-
your
You
age
literally have
anyway.
to integrate them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If
for
you're gonna
sure.
do that, you gotta have some you gotta let them be social.
Oh yeah, no, he was like literally at home all day just doing nothing. Like never left the house or anything. Didn't like his parents didn't really want to put him in any sports or anything. So he just sat at home basically from the minute he woke up to the minute he went to bed until he was old enough to afford like a car or bus ticket and like actually go out and see anything outside of his house. It's just insane. That sounds like
That
a
is
miserable
insane.
way to live.
Wild. He's like a prisoner.
Like Gypsy
Yeah,
Red
literally.
Blanchard kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was.
that sounds awful.
I did baseball and jiu-jitsu, so I had like friends there. But other than that,
Oh,
I had
that's sick.
pretty much 1 or 2 friends, and then a bunch of acquaintances that were all like on PCP and shit when I was 12 years old. So
Let's go.
Alrighty
just
then.
like the local kids were just wild, dude.
Dude, PCP is a weird choice.
Yeah.
That's like a bizarre drug to be like, that's the one. I'm wrong.
Yeah.
PCP.
Yeah, that's
It's like
weird.
the
Can
90s, like
PCP.
fentanyl for the 90s.
Yeah, one of my
shit.
friends in high school
Millennial
had
fentanyl.
one of my friends in high school had weed that was laced with it, and we were at this like this yearly festival that happens, and I met up with them after they smoked and stuff, and he was sitting there and he's like looking, he's like turning and moving his arms and shit and looking like up, and I was like, dude, what are you doing? He's like, I'm in third person right now. I was like, what? He's like, yeah, I'm like, I see myself, but I'm not like looking out of my eyeballs, I'm like looking at myself. I was like, dude, you should like probably go to a hospital or something.
Pass me that
He was
shit, bro. That sounds
He was
awesome.
so no, bro. He was so fucked up. They literally had to carry him to our friend's house and just made him go to bed at like 8:30 p.m. and just left the house again. He woke up the next day and just did not remember any of it.
He's
It
like
was
back to
bad.
first person. Damn it.
Yeah,
Oh,
bro was trying to play Fallout, third person Fallout.
Over the shoulder,
that was
like
weird.
Gears of War.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Except he wasn't ripping people in half with like a chainsaw gun and.
you wasn't high enough.
He didn't have
He
it.
could've,
Yeah, he
though.
didn't have
If we
enough
did-
PCP.
If we didn't put him to
Very
bed, that was a
close.
possibility. It was a toss up if it went there or not. Have any guys ever had any like spiked alcohol or weed or anything, like anything that was laced that you didn't know was about to happen?
No.
Yes.
I just go right for the drug that I want to do.
I just skip the entry.
Get
one
the
and just
weed
go to,
out of
like,
the way.
Oh, there's fentanyl in it. Don't buy. I'll just take the fentanyl.
Weed laced heroin.
Yeah, I have. I've talked about it before. How I did a Jello shot at a party where they were like only giving like Jello shots and liquor to the girls at the party, and there was one particular Jello shot. I didn't know anybody there because I never like really went to real college, I guess you could say, and this was like a college party that I was invited to by mutual friends, and there was like a Jello shot that someone had taken a little bite out of, and me and my friend
little
were so.
nibble.
Yeah, a little nibble that was sitting on the like fucking stereo or whatever. And me and my buddy were so desperate to just get any alcohol or anything. We were like, we're gonna do that Jello shot. We'll like half it or whatever, we'll split it down the middle.
Jello shot.
Yeah, that's how desperate we were. Where there was like they weren't
so
giving any
down bad.
alcohol to
Splitting a
anybody.
Smirnoff or something.
Yeah, I don't even know if we were 21 yet, so we couldn't have gotten our own.
Yeah.
So we
Those
were
are the
just
days.
desperate for we were desperate for anything. We split it and went back to my buddy's house. We weren't drunk, We maybe had like 1 or 2 beers. And I remember sitting out by my friend's pool like all alone, just like, and I just started hearing weird shit, and I thought I heard like a spaceship
I'm
go
in third
by.
person.
Dude, I don't
Yeah.
remember. I don't remember this story at all. I don't feel like you told us this.
I swear I've told you guys this. I thought I heard like a loud spaceship. I thought it was a spaceship or something, and I was kind of freaking out. And my buddy had drove home. He was leaving, and because he was like, "I'm fine to drive," barely had anything to drink. I'm I promise I'm good.
Only had
And I
half a
remember
Jell-O
calling.
shot.
Yeah, I called him and I was like, dude, you need to turn around. I'm freaking the fuck out right now. I don't know what was in that Jell-O shot. And he was like, dude, you're tripping. He's like, hung up on me. And then he called me back like a minute or two later. I was like, what the fuck, dude? And I was like, yeah, I tried to tell you. I'm out here freaking out on the back porch
Oh my god.
all by myself. I mean, I don't know what it was. I mean, it could have been anything. But
It was actually just alcohol. You just could not hold your alcohol back then.
yeah.
Half a
Just
Jello
a
shot
little
was
bit,
hammered.
like
Drinking
one
since I
little
was
bit
like
of vodka.
15. Couldn't hold a Jell-O shot.
I think I've told my Jell-O shot story on here before, where I actually got drunk at work at like 16 years old. Ever talked about that?
Probably.
I don't think so.
I don't
We'll
know.
talk about it
Probably,
again, then.
but I don't
I don't know.
remember.
We have fucking early onset dementia on this
we
podcast,
do.
so I can't remember. But I used to work at a golf course. Talked about that, and me and my friend Nick, we were the like lead back shop managers. So we basically just cleaned up
Back
after
shop.
tournaments. Not back shot, back shop.
Aw.
Could've
Back
been
shop
cooler.
managers. Yeah, we just fucking just fired
care
wads on people's
anymore.
back.
It's
Yeah, I
like,
was
you
a golf
back
just
shots
fucking-
now.
We back shop managers. So basically, we were in charge of cleaning up the carts and stuff after a tournament, and we did all that. And it was probably like 6 p.m. So it was starting to wind down. At that point we were hungry, and we had a rule where whatever you find in the fridge, you're good to eat. Like unless somebody claims it as theirs, you're good. So we were checking the fridge, didn't really see anything. Opened the freezer, and we saw like a fuck ton of Jell-O shots. And we asked the cart girl that was down there if they're alcoholic, and she said, no, I think they're fine, whatever. So we had, I don't know, probably like 2 or 3 each. No biggie, but like I didn't drink it all, and he didn't drink it all at that point. So we just had like 2 or 3, and we were both like taking out the garbage 15 minutes later, and he's just driving, he stops, and he's like, dude, those definitely had alcohol. It's like, I'm glad you said it because I am fucking hammered right now. So we finished taking out the garbage, driving the tractor back. He was like white knuckled, making sure he didn't fucking hit a random golfer or something. We go back upstairs. We told the manager, we're like, yeah, those Jell-O shots in the freezer, they have alcohol, right? And he's like, yes. We're like, yeah. He's like, oh my god. So he made us sit on the couch. He put on gave us a remote in the
Turns on
pro shop.
Scooby-Doo for
We
you.
got to sit there. He just watch something and sober up. He's like, I'm gonna have you guys both call your parents though, because I'm not sending you home smelling like fucking liquor and your parents pick you up and are like, bro, what are you doing there? So I had to call my mom. I was like, hey mom, I'm drunk at work. And she's like, okay, do you need to come home now? I was like, no, he's making me sober up. She's like, okay, and just hung up. No questions, nothing. Just that. And then yeah, his mom was kind of pissed. Talked to her manager about it and was a little upset. But yeah, that was that. I actually got drunk at work when I was 16. Good time.
Fuck yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out Jell-O shots for that.
I feel like everyone gets fucking stoned at work nowadays. I feel like that's the thing.
Dude, there's a guy like at my local Taco Bell, and he gets so stoned
I
at
feel
work.
like you don't even need to finish a story. I feel.
Yeah, we know the guy you're
Everything-
talking about.
Clearly.
Everything is understood.
Every single Taco Bell.
Oh, and dude, you pull up in the drive-thru and he doesn't say a fucking word, and you sit there for like 2 or 3 minutes and you go hello, and he's like, hey. Oh, man,
What's up, bro?
It's like, what do you want?
I'm here to order.
Like he blinks with separate eyes at a time. Like he can't do both at once.
Yeah. And you sit there and you make your order or whatever, and usually at the end of that they go, okay, will that be all? Blah blah blah. This is your total. And he just goes, okay. You just literally have to pull up and then just give him your money. He's just like, he looks like he's both stoned out of his mind and just incredibly depressed. Like he's just like, oh, man, I just
It's
want to
probably
die.
it's probably a health.
It makes
I mean,
sense.
yeah,
That tracks.
He works at Taco Bell and just makes 400 fucking gordita crunches for big fat guys. So
Hey, someone's got to do it.
Literally.
yeah.
It's a dirty
God's
job.
work. The whole
Oh,
show.
no.
Amen.
Have you guys ever
Someone
thought about
back
just getting a job real quick at a place for a couple weeks?
You know what? I have.
No.
I've thought about
I've
getting
done
like
that.
an
I'm
IT
good.
job because I went to school for IT. Thought about
What'd you do?
just like networking and like server management and then obviously just the basics, how to build a PC, pretty much.
Cool. You got any certs?
I was CompTIA certified, but I did not renew it, so
When did it expire?
I fucking, I don't know, like 9 years ago or something.
I think Oompa might be hiring.
No. Fuck no.
Was it an interview?
Wear your shirts, bro.
The Fed's
shit.
trying to get you to tap into some security shit, dude.
All my CompTIA stuff expired in 2015 or 2016.
That's probably what mine did too. Yeah.
Oh, is that what you
Because
did
I was
as well?
I was in college when YouTube happened. I was gonna get my bachelor's in just whatever, and I ended up dropping out for YouTube.
man.
So
Smart.
yeah, and then I stopped paying my CompTIA renewal because I wanted that extra $90 for booze.
Let's go.
Booze and weed, dude.
Attaboy.
Hell yeah.
Just don't renew my
Real
certification.
man.
Get drunk. A couple times.
Handle a Jack Honey or renew my college shit that I work for.
my net plus.
A year and a half working on.
Got his priorities straight. I'll tell you what.
I feel like I miss the idea of having a regular job, and then when I actually had regular jobs, I was like, this is a nightmare. I don't like any of this for me. But I had some shit-ass jobs. The golf course one was fun, but past that, it was mostly
Clearly.
like factory work.
I feel like I would be a good like bar owner. I feel like eventually,
The
in my
problem
old
is, though,
age,
you wouldn't be profitable because you would get everybody free alcohol all the time.
Yeah, you would tell the bartenders to like over pour and shit. You just fucking losing money all the time.
I feel like in my older years that's something that I think I would be interested in is like
That'd be
owning a
sick, just
bar,
out
a
there
bar
with
slash like
gigs and
a
stuff.
music.
Yeah,
Oh my
man,
god,
yeah,
that would-
Absolutely.
you'd kill it
Yeah.
at that. And that'd be
I
sick.
feel like I would be good at that, and that's also something like I really like alcohol and music. Who doesn't?
True.
Yeah.
You know, so-
point.
Yeah, bro, those are like the two best things in the world. I don't know.
Amen,
mixing them-
dude.
Mixing them and owning them, yeah, that'd be really fun.
I feel like I would enjoy that.
Certified bang idea, soup.
Maybe one day.
Did you want to get a normal job?
Me?
You looking at? Are you applying anywhere anytime
working
soon?
somewhere.
Federal
Very
government hiring.
I
any-
wouldn't say nowadays, but like even as late as last year, while I was waiting for stuff to happen, I do a lot of waiting for stuff to happen because I just like
Yeah,
am
me too.
insane and just fucking
Executive
I just, like,
dysfunction.
dude, I just get like I'll get like one thing done, and then I'm just waiting for something to happen.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, now what do I do? Now what do I do?
Yeah.
And a lot of that time during when I'm thinking about what I should do, I'm just like, maybe I should just go work at Taco Bell part time
Get stoned out of your mind.
or something.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. It's
Because the thing
That's
is, like,
fair.
you can like if you don't like it after a few weeks, you can just
can
quit.
just
It's
quit.
not like you have to.
yeah, it's not illegal. to
Well,
quit.
but
just-
you
it's
you
just- it's
strike
just
me.
weird.
You strike me as like a workaholic kind of person.
Oh, dude, I don't stop. I literally
Really?
just keep doing shit all day long. Yeah,
I
it's
love
terrible.
that though.
I will die. I will die.
It's great, but it's such a double-edged sword. It's so nice to like constantly keep yourself busy and keep your brain active and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But also, like I can't even relax now to a point where if I'm
Me
sitting there
neither.
doing nothing, yeah, it's just bad. Like YouTube
I'm the
is
same way, dude.
violent
Yep.
for that.
Yeah.
Like,
It's like, did I get enough shit done
you-
today? Am I allowed to
Yeah.
relax and have fun? I don't
Yeah.
think I
YouTube
should.
is
I don't
bad
feel
for
good
that.
right now.
The
you don't have
analytics are
anybody
down
telling
today.
you.
I need to get up and
Yeah.
fucking do something.
I
Yeah.
could have
How old are
made
you
2
guys?
extra videos today.
27.
26.
42.
How old are you? Do
30.
30? Do you guys have gray hair?
Hold on, I'll be right back.
No.
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 Dude, I'm so fucked.
Is it coming in?
I have like,
He's a silver fox. Oh, there's a few
He's
up
a
there.
silverback.
dude,
There's
look at
a
all
few
on the
up there.
side.
Yeah. Yeah, shout out YouTube.
But see, you have like
YouTube will
you
kill
have
a
like the
motherfucker.
just for men sexy gray. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
there?
Oh, yeah.
It's a good vibe for you.
The Just for Men sexy gray.
Yeah. You ever seen where it's like the what's it called the touch of gray?
Touch of
Yeah,
gray.
Just for,
Yeah.
yeah, touch of gray. That's
Yeah.
what.
It just makes you look,
That's what you're gonna
looks
have.
wise and sexy.
Yeah, like a sexy man on a boat.
Well, shit, okay.
That's what.
Okay.
Did your
Yeah, when I get
did your
gray
dad
hair,
or
I'm gonna be like-
grandparents gray hair?
Gandalf.
Oh yeah, my
it's not gonna
dad's
be
got
the
full
same.
gray head. He's got
a
a full gray
wizard.
head, and
Yeah.
yeah, for sure.
My dad's got no hair, so I had to start taking finasteride. Otherwise, that was my future as well. I was like, dude, I was so bald, it was so bad.
You grew it back.
Oh yeah. Like finasteride luckily helps a shit ton with that. If you don't wait too long, if you wait too long, you're just kind of fucked. You have to go to Turkey, which I'll probably do at some point in my life anyway.
What?
That's the alternative.
What? What they got in Turkey? What do you mean?
No, You guys
have
don't-
to
you-
go to Turkey
If you don't
wait
take
too
Finester,
long.
you have to take a trek to
You guys aren't balding, and it
pilgrimage.
shows. You don't even know what's going on. Turkey
Oh, I
is
know about
like
Turkey.
the capital for hair transplant.
Yeah.
Like,
Rogaine
it's
temple
$3
is
grand, you
there.
get a fucking whole head of hair.
yeah,
Rogaine
$3
Mecca.
It's literally yeah. It's literally
worship the
hair
Rogaine cube.
Hair transplant Mecca. The big hairy cube. Yeah,
I just
well,
don't
in-
care.
In LA,
Fresco?
a full what?
What'd you call that
Fresca?
shit you use?
Finasteride.
Yeah.
It's just a nest.
My cousin does that.
It does a ton
Dude's
of like, other
30-year-old
positive
ass
side
looking
effects.
that
Do you
shit.
use, do you use Hims?
I don't
for
want to
it?
go to Turkey, dude. Hold on.
Do you use Hims, Blarg? The subscription thing?
Ooh.
Hims.
No,
Sing
no,
a
I just
song
no,
about
I just have a. I have a
Generic
yeah,
subscription.
him. No, I not even. I just my doctor prescribed, so
Oh.
that's
pretty
pretty cool.
cool.
From the old,
Do you use
the old
like
pharmacy.
topical? Like
No,
Finasteride?
just it's just a little half. They come in like 1 milligram pills, split in half every 2 days. That's
What are
it.
the side effects? Hair on your dick?
Lowers your chance of prostate cancer. That's kind of a W. The only time it's bad, again, please
Not
talk
taking
to a
it.
doctor if this is something you're looking at. Don't just take my word for it. Be like,
Do
yeah,
not
this
take
is-
Goon's medical
Yeah,
advice
no.
ever.
But, the only thing is if you have any history of like weird hormone fluctuations, then you don't want to take it because it does technically it's hormonal. So if you have weird things going on there, it can fuck with you. It can give you gyno, which is
big
will be-
nippies.
Yeah, big nippies. And then if you have a past of weenie issues, you can't get a boner and stuff, then you can't have it because
Okay.
it can fuck with your boner ability. But luckily, I've had zero bad side
Do you
effects.
take
at all.
minoxidil
It's just
too, or
giving
no?
me hair. No, just literally finasteride. And that was it. And saw it, the writing on the walls before it got bad, so
Yeah.
I was able to
Define
take
young
care of it
enough.
before. 20. I think 20. I was in the goons. This is like 26. I mean,
Okay.
even if you go look at my old videos compared to now, my hair was like, fucking. It was like back. I haven't showered in like.
didn't you
6
make that
days, so I'm
tweet
gonna take
about it
my
one
hat
time
off,
or
but
like a before after?
probably.
I think you tweeted that one time.
Yeah, it's substantially different. But yeah, that was my future. I looked at my dad's hair and I was like, you look like a fucking monk trying to trade things. I gotta fix this. I'm not going down that road, man.
That's
like where they
funny.
just got the donut strip left and that's it. There's no hair on top. And I was
Yeah.
like,
The Dr. Phil. Oh yeah.
See, I
Yeah.
kind of fuck with that though. Like, I think I want to keep my long hair forever, but if I
Just
start
bald
balding
on
on
top?
top, I'm just gonna go with the skullet
well,
look.
I was gonna say,
Hell
the
yeah.
skullet. The skullet on you will look pretty. It'll go pretty hard.
Yeah, like I mean, I got big ears, I got a big head. The skullet look, I would just look like a mutant, dude. I
See,
would
you're lucky though. You got a big head. I have a small ass head, so if I went bald, I'd look like somebody just lopped the top part of a hot dog off and just put it on my head. That's it. My head is so small.
I just have a like a vision of myself in the future, and I know when I get old, I'm gonna like even give less of a fuck than I do now, and I want to have the scary image with it.
Yeah.
You know, like I want to
yeah.
be able to walk into a TJ
people
Maxx and
watch you
scare
walk by
everyone.
And
like,
women
They're
like,
gonna think
clutch their
they're
purse
gonna
and
think
their
this
pearls.
guy's gonna fucking kill everyone in here. I want to have that. I want to bring that energy everywhere I go.
I want you to have a skullet and then just like a big leather vest with no shirt on underneath, and your
Exactly.
giant swollen
My
sunburnt
big
belly.
old beer gut hanging out.
hanging out in the way.
barefoot in the Crocs, flonking through there. Yep.
Just a scary fucking King K. Rool look about.
You're gonna be one handsome devil.
You got that stomach that could parry a missile.
Yeah.
All right, it's been over an hour. Oompa's got shit
Yeah,
to
I gotta
do.
go. I've been pressing decline on my phone. I got people calling me and shit.
He's
Damn,
got
all
business
right.
deals.
Use code Goons 10% off. Don't forget about that.
All right, use code Goons on Gamer Subs
Follow
and
Spotify,
Gamer
download Spotify.
Soups. Look at all
Gamer
the Gamer
Soups.
Soups.
Gamer
They
Soups.
won't stop
Oh.
sending me fucking Gamer Soups.
Gamer
Use code
Soups.
Goons, download on Spotify, like and subscribe on YouTube. Go check out Oompaville. He makes fantastic content.
We
you
love
guys
him.
already knew that.
You love
Thank
him.
you guys
Y'all
for hanging
explain.
out.
Yes.
Bye-bye.
Okay, goodbye.
Peace.
See ya.
What's the point of a health inspector back then, though? Because like everybody was always diarrheaing anyway.
Yeah.
Like, what is
Yeah, they
what
didn't
is health
discover
inspector?
germs until.
Well, that's
like,
what I mean.
1800s.
I was like,
Yeah.
dude, that's not a real job. They're just going around getting free shit. Like, who was checking credentials back then?
Yeah.
Back
Who's
in medieval
paying?
times, it's like, oh, I'm here to taste the beer and food to make sure
That's
it's
like
healthy.
my,
Like,
Here's my
Come on
card.
in.
Do you guys have any members of your family that go to Costco to eat?
No,
I don't really know.
that's sick though.
Dude,
I've had a hot dog from there, but that's it. I didn't know there was actually
There's,
like
like,
food to eat.
Dude, Costco's
samples,
pizza is
like the
actually
little
really good.
samples. There's like little tiny
Oh yeah,
samples you
yeah,
can pick
yeah,
up.
yeah, okay.
Oh yeah.
That's the best part.
Yeah, I got an uncle named Jack, who is currently recovering from a stroke, and he
Jack lore.
dude, Jack's fucking awesome. Jack is a legend.
I meant to. I mean the. I meant to. One anyway. This account, I didn't mean to even. Convert to Orthodox.